name is Joseph from Cult Publishing. So we are a publishing company who provide all the services from writing, publishing to the marketing of your book. If you have a story in your mind, or you have a great story, or you have a story of your life, or you have created your own fiction story and you want to tell the world, and we can do it, we can make into your manuscript in the finished product like book, and you can become a successful author. So we provide all services. We provide so I will let you know how it's going to work. First of all, we write the book for you. After that, there's cover design, and we will format your book. We publish it to the multiple platform like Amazon Kindle, Ingram Spark, Draft to Digital, Barnes and Noble. There are multiple platforms. So it also depends on your preference. So we also turn your books into the different book formats like ebook, hardcover, paperback, and audiobooks. So we will do all your work for you. And we have the great team of writers that will go and write the book, that have the understanding of how to create characters, how to use the compelling stories, and how to write a book in a way that someone can visualize the book while reading. So we will going to work on all things, okay? And on our website, if you go with the Cult Publishing, we also have the minimum courses. Let's suppose you cannot you don't have $10,000 or $15,000, but you cannot hire. It's no problem. You can take some of the things, let's suppose you can do one thing. You can hire writers and you can format by yourself. You can cover design, or you can hire a designer. So you can do all your work. And we have also recently we have added some courses on our website where you can go there. You can just find the courses and you can learn more about self-publishing services, how you can even do it all the work by yourself. So we have done all the work there, okay? Right now I will go and tell you 5 things about self-publishing you should be aware of. Number 1, if you're hiring someone, whether it's a self-publishing services or a traditional publisher, you have to be careful. They are really interested in your work. So we have seen a lot of clients. They have hired someone in self-publishing services. They have given few money, $3,000, $4,000 just for the publishing, and the work they have received was not good enough. They were not satisfied with the work, and after that, the company was trying to upsell them with expensive marketing and promotion. You have to create a website. You have to take your profiles on Wikipedia. You have to we will build multiple author platform on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and all things. So you have to spend $10,000 on marketing to sell your books. And sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't work. The thing is that they are not interested in your work. They are not interested that your work should reach to millions of people. What they're interested in, how they can earn money from you. That same thing goes with the traditional publisher. There are many traditional publishers. They will do your work, but they will push you to sell the books by spending money on the marketing, by being active on the social media, and they will force you, because they will say, okay, your book was not good enough, your story was not good enough, therefore it's not selling. So you have to choose whether you're going with a traditional publisher or self-publisher. You have to be careful about that. Right now I will talk about the second thing that people think, that the self-publisher earn less money if you compare to traditional publisher. If you go with the stats, if you research in the market, right now according to research, self-publisher are earning more money than the traditional publisher. There's a reason for that. Let's suppose if you go with the traditional publishing, what you will be earning from a book, it will be around $1 to $2, maximum $2. That's what you can earn from in traditional publishing. If you go with the self-publishing, you can earn from $5 to $10 per book. That's a lot better money if you compare to a traditional publisher. And we talk about royalties, it's better, it's far good enough if you compare with the traditional publishing. And I remember I was searching of the ALR, is the Association of Literature and the Publishers. So I went there and I was just seeing the comparison between how the self-publishers earning has increased a lot. Right now, if you see the median income of the self-publisher, is much more higher than the traditional publisher, because self-publisher are earning more than the traditional publishers from around like 2 or 3 years. Okay, so if you think if you go with self-publishing you will not earn good amount of money, it's a lie. You can earn a better money if you go with a self-publishing. Right now we're going to talk about the third myth. Okay, like many people say that self-publishing doesn't work, or self-publishers are not able to earn a good amount of money. It's a myth. I will let you. I remember once I go to a library in New York and I told him like, do you also do you have the books of self-publishers? She said, oh, I don't have the books of self-publishers. We don't keep it. Okay, do you have the David Goggins books? Yeah, we have. Okay, do you have Atomic Habit? Yeah, we have. So these books are self-published. The reason is people are not aware of it, and why self-publishing is far more better than the traditional publisher. If you see the work of the David Goggins, I remember I saw one of the posts in the on Instagram, and she was just running on Las Vegas like crazy. He said that I don't pay a single penny on the marketing of the book. The reason he has built his brand. That's why. Let's just see if you see as a Hollywood actor, you're a Hollywood actor, and you're doing work from last 20 years, and you have given around dozen blockbusters or multiple blockbusters. If your movie will be in theater, there are chances that your movie will do well because people know you, you're a brand. That same thing also works with the publishers. Or whether you can tell a compelling story, you can attract people, you can solve someone's problem, and you can also attract the eyeballs. Let's suppose I will talk about the Atomic Habits. It's a very simple and it was eye-catching book, and it worked well. James Clear has sold this book to a million people. Why? His message was clear, his story was compelling, and what he was saying makes sense. And he was able to solve this book to the millions of people. So, if you can solve someone's problems, you can engage someone can feel connected with your story, with the characters that you have given life in your book will work well. Whether you're going with a traditional publishing or self-publishing. If your book doesn't have a good story, if you cannot connect the people, if you cannot solve anyone's problems, if you go with a traditional publishing or whatever, it will not going to work. Okay. And number 4 thing I will let you know is you have the intellectual right of your work that you produce in self-publishing. If you go with the traditional publisher, you don't have the right of your work that you have produced. Let's suppose, do you aware of the Rich Dad Poor Dad? It's a very famous book, and it has done well. Around the world, everyone is aware of that book. Okay. And it has translated into around 70 languages. There's around 12 million copies of the books has been sold. He has given 1,000 speech on this book. He has created games on that. He has created a lot of I'm not maybe some kind of stationery he has also created with that name. So what happened? He first went with the traditional publisher. And when the book became a blockbuster or hit, so he purchased the right of the book because he was aware of it's an asset, it's a leverage that I can earn from this throughout my life if I use it correctly. So I remember there was an author, she wanted to work with us, but because of some reason he chose the traditional publisher. Okay, so what happened with her? She has written a fiction romance book. And what happened? She has written a great book. So when the book was published, it was not under her name, and she cannot claim it because she has signed in the terms and conditions. She will not claim the right, and that book become a hit, but she cannot own it, and she don't have the intellectual right of the book that she has done. So let's suppose if you go with the self-publishing and your book doesn't do well, and it doesn't if you are not able to you are not able to sell this book to 1,000 people 10,000 15,000, but you are able to sell this book to the around 800 or 1,000 people, but they love your book. The chances are, if you write the story again, they will purchase the book, and they will be connected with your story, with your work. And if you can connect 1,000 people, they love your book. You can also connect like 10,000 more. That's how the things will happen. And they will also tell their friends, okay, I read this book a week ago. It was great, and I will let you know why. That's how they will become, you can say, the people who will promote your book. It happens, okay? And you will create a loyal follower base. I remember like once an author said like, there are some people who like your work, there are some people who love your book. If you can find few people who love your book, the chances that your book will become great. Because if you can find like 100 people who love your book, the chances you can also find 1,000 people more who love your book. So this is how it all's going to work, okay? The final thing that I will talk about is the control. You will have full control over your book process. When you want to publish this book, what should be the cover, how it should be formatted, what kind of like, how you want to like, what's the title you want to like select. You want to make it controversial because you think if this book becomes controversial, it will gonna work great. So you have the complete right over your book. You have the complete right, like in which you want to publish, in which way you want to market your books. You have that right. So these are the one of the like 5 things I will let you know why self-publishing is better than the traditional publishing. Okay, and if you want to go with traditional publishing, there are only 2% chance that you can go with that. But they're receiving 1,000 stories every year, every month, so it's very hard for them to. The chances they will also not like review your whole story, so it's very hard even for that. I hope this video was helpful for you. Goodbye and have a nice day.